We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the race books and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Saturday, and a beautiful Saturday morning it is here in Las Vegas, where we emanate and originate all the Race Day Las Vegas shows from the South Point studios at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in your gaming capital, and the South Point streaming network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show. We also welcome all of you listening to us on our anchor radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. And, of course, our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. iPhone, Android, and Google phone are covered with your apps. Just go to your app store. You can get the KSHP app to listen through the radio station, and, of course, the YouTube app to see and hear us on the YouTube app there on your device. And, of course, anywhere you get your podcasting. Simply put, however, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Saturday. And a beautiful Saturday it is here in Las Vegas. Right now, outside is comfortable, beautiful 78 degrees and the sun is shining. We're going to get up to 101 today. We will pass the century mark, but just a little bit over 101. Remember to stay hydrated out there, though. When you get to 100 degrees or so, always got to stay hydrated. Remember that. As far as the hot spot in the nation is concerned, well, that's Phoenix, Arizona again, 108 degrees there. Miami's going to be 90 degrees there in Miami. New York City, they're cooling down today to 84 degrees. And, of course, in Chicago, 82. Again, here in Las Vegas will be 101. But the weather and the heat were really the story yesterday as far as horse racing was concerned, because there were 3 racetracks that were affected by the heat. Now, just before we went off the air yesterday, we had told you that Delaware Park had canceled their races at Delaware Park yesterday because of the high temperatures there. Well, later on, after we got off the air, Monmouth Park, which is, by the way, the shores of New Jersey, is by the ocean there, or at least close to it enough. But Monmouth Park also canceled their races yesterday because of high temperatures. And Colonial Downs delayed their first post time a little bit later on when the heat subsided a little to get their racing program in, because the same thing, the heat in that part of the country. So in the eastern part of the country, the mid-eastern part and the upper eastern part of the country, really going through some hot spots. And for example, Charlotte, it's going to be 100 degrees today there. And, you know, they're right there along the coastline, or at least in the coast of the East Coast there. So as we know that it's going to be hot there, it'll be hot in the Southwest. But as far as the racing conditions themselves, we're talking about, as far as the racing conditions themselves, it's going to be okay. There's no precipitation in any of the major racing areas today. And of course, as you know, when you get Saratoga and Del Mar going at this time of the year, big racing cards both at those places. And after last night's 4 o'clock post time at Del Mar, we'll get back to just breakfast, lunch, and dinner instead of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the nightcap as it was yesterday. Today, the regular post time at Del Mar is at 2 o'clock. Of course, it was 4 o'clock yesterday, as you know. The Jim Dandy is today. That is the Saratoga prep race for the big Travers Stakes, the Mid-Southern Derby that comes up next month. And the Kentucky Derby winner and Belmont Stakes winner, Sovereignty, is ready to continue to defend his platform, his pedestal as the best 3-year-old in the country right now. Of course, you know, journalism is challenging him after that big win in the Haskell last week for journalism. So Sovereignty will go, it looks like just a walkover for this horse, but it's Saratoga. Saratoga, as you know, has the reputation of being the graveyard of champions and favorites. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But it should be easy work for Sovereignty today if all the parts are in the right place and all things are as usual. Del Mar has a couple of nice graded stakes races today. The Grade 1 Bing Crosby at 6 furlongs will offer a Breeders' Cup win in your end. Whoever wins the Bing Crosby today at Del Mar will get a win in your end for the Breeders' Cup that happens to be hosted this year again at Del Mar as well. So that Bing Crosby will be an interesting race. And, of course, Dr. Beckman is the key horse in that race. And, of course, the San Diego brings back Nisos, who is starting to, get his reputation right up there into the handicap division. Nisos, who came back with vigor in his big layoff for Bob Baffert. So we got a lot of good stuff happening there. Also want to remind everybody that this may not be a record that you can really gamble on, but it is an achievement in horse racing that probably will not have a parallel. If you remember when Russell Bays retired in Northern California, they thought that his win record and his participation record in racing may never be beat. Well, it's about to be beat, and maybe today. Jockey Perry Oots, who is 71 years old, has a couple of rounds today at Belterra Park. If he rides both of those that he is scheduled to ride today, he will break Russell Bays' record for the most mounts a jockey's had in his career. 53,579 is the record. All right? I believe it's 53,578 right now is the current record, I think, that Russell Bays holds. If Oots rides both of those horses today at Belterra, no matter where he finishes, as long as he rides them, he will have ridden 53,579 horses in his career. 53,579. An amazing accomplishment for a jockey, 71 years old. And that'll happen at Belterra Park today. So we have some kind of good stuff going on there around the country. Hey, Mystic Dan. He's back working. He's working at Saratoga. Worked on the Oklahoma training track. Went 48.27 for his workout. And believe it or not, Kenny McPeak says he may try Mystic Dan on the grass in his next start. So we may see the Derby winner, Mystic Dan, Derby winner, of course, 2 years ago, to try the grass for the first time. And, that might be at Kentucky Downs. He's looking at some races at Kentucky Downs coming up. Their short meet that has gargantuan purses there. So Mystic Dan back on the work tab as well. All right, let's take a look at what happened yesterday at Saratoga. Saratoga yesterday. Second race, Irad Ortiz Jr. gets his first win of the day for Steve Schauer, paying $5.30. And then Irad came back in the fourth race for Safi Joseph Jr., paying $3.40. Brother Jose got his first winner in the fifth race for Anthony Dutrow, paying $5.60. Jose came back in the seventh race for Todd Pletcher on a 2-year-old on the turf that paid $9.90. This 2-year-old, Time to Dream, was a solid winner on the turf, this 2-year-old on the turf for the Rapoli stable. Might want to keep this horse in your sights for later on as far as 2-year-olds on the turf. This was a nice win by Time to Dream in the seventh race yesterday for Pletcher, Rapoli, and Jose Ortiz. $9.90 for that win, and he won going away. Just started pulling away. In any case, the highest priced winner of the day came in the eighth race at $28.40. Jose Lascano aboard for that one. And the featured Amsterdam at 6.5 furlongs for 3-year-olds. The Amsterdam Stakes won by Smokin' Wicked. Brian Hernandez aboard for Dallas Stewart, $7.50 the win mutual there. Smokin' Wicked was a selection on this show by Jonathan Hardoon. Hardoon gets the winner of the Amsterdam. Smokin' Wicked in a solid win, pays $7.50, outrunning Gunmetal and Gate to Wire. An easy win for Smokin' Wicked, who, by the way, is a Louisiana-bred horse. He's a Louisiana-bred and won the Amsterdam at Saratoga yesterday. Good time, too, for the 6.5 furlongs. 1 minute 15.64 100ths there. Pick 6 yesterday at Saratoga paid $16,770. And then we went to the Twilight program at Del Mar. Del Mar, in the first race, the winner, Kazuchi Camaro, got together with Mark Glatt, paying $8.80. And a half an hour later, ditto. Kazuchi Camaro wins for Mark Glatt again. So they won the double together, the first double. And that horse paid exactly $8.80 as well. Two $8.80 winners, Camaro and Glatt, back-to-back, first and second races, accomplished the early double yesterday at Del Mar. In the fourth race, Mike Smith got a great ride, gave a great ride for Booksmart and Bob Hess Jr.'s first win of the day, paying $12.40. And then in the Fleet Treat Stakes, the seventh race on the card, the feature race of the day, Almond Joy won off the screen. This horse, big win for Almond Joy. Kent DeSormo aboard, and he was he just like wrapped up on him like maybe 30 yards to the bar. This was an easy win for Almond Joy in the 7 furlong Fleet Treat for Aggie Ordonez, and paid $7.60. Second in the race was Hot Girl Walk. Third was Lady Middleton, and that was the Fleet Treat yesterday. And in the eighth race, with a post time of 7:43 p.m. Pacific time, Bob Hess gets his second win of the day with Kyle Frey paying $7.60. The pick 6 yesterday at Del Mar, $11,319.70. And by the time you cashed it, it was 8 o'clock Pacific time. All right. Well, in any case, we've got Jonathan Hardoon with us today. Rich Eng will be along with us. We got John Lendo. Jerry Jackowitz will be with us. And I'm going to try to root out a couple of clocker picks for Woodbine. We'll wait and see how that goes. But we'll try to get a couple of clocker picks for you at Woodbine today as a little bonus. And, of course, your racing menu comes up next. So without any further ado, we'll get to our first break. reminding you to chat away on the chat box on the YouTube streaming of Race Day. Just go to YouTube, get to the Race Day page. On the right-hand side, you'll see the chat box. All you have to do is subscribe if you want to chat away, if you haven't already, and it's free. Just subscribe, it's free. We're chatting away on the chat box. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. Join us for one of our biggest nights of the year, California Breeders' Champions Night on July 26th, with a full night of stakes action, with the Governor's Cup Futurity led by the super talented filly, French Valley, plus top qualifier, El Dictator. The Governor's Cup Derby will have a lineup of accomplished runners, plus the ageless Cattail Cove could also be in action. It's the track of sunsets and stars, Los Alamitos Racecourse, California Breeders' Champions Night.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Saturday. As you know, when this part of the country, when Del Mar starts, there's a lot of people from Vegas head on down to Del Mar for the weekend, etc. One of our chatters, by the way, Ira, is going to spend just a little bit of time with us today. He's off to Del Mar. Hasn't been there since, he said, 2019. So he's off, going to have breakfast at Del Mar and then play the races. Ira, good luck today. All right. Anyhow, time to get started with our racing menu of racetracks available today in the race book, simulcast centers and racetracks around the country. Want to remind you the first post times we broadcast on this racing menu each and every day reflect that start times of the Pacific time zone, because we're in the Pacific time zone. These will be the first post times that roll out in the race book today here at the South Point. If you're listening on the many different time zones around the world that we have, that we reach, and you are playing the races today via technology, remember to adjust the post time from the Pacific time zone to whatever one you're in. Tweak it out so you don't miss anything. Don't want you to miss an opportunity to make a bet like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? Here we go. We begin with Belterra Park. Again, Belterra Park. Perry Oots rides the 5th race unless he's scratched, and has a mount in the 8th race unless he's scratched. If both those horses run today, then in the 8th race, no matter where Perry finishes in his horse, he will establish the new record for riding the most horses ever by a jockey, 53,579. We'll wait and see if he does it today. Belterra Park has a first post time today of 8:15. 8:15 is early today at Belterra, okay? By the way, they have a super high 5 carryover there of $2,415. 8:15, first post at Belterra. All right, Delaware Park is next. They've got a pick 5, a regular pick 5 carryover there of $30,299. Okay? They actually say they have posted 2 carryovers, so I'll give them both to you. Another pick 5 or the same pick 5, maybe they're expecting a carryover or whatever. But the other pick 5, $48,647. We're going to go with that one. $48,647 for a pick 5 carryover at Delaware Park. 8 races today. First post time is at 9:30. Colonial Downs. Hopefully, by the way, Delaware Park and Colonial Downs, we hope they run today after canceling because of the heat. Colonial Downs scheduled to run today. First post time is 9:30 at Colonial Downs. 10 races. 6 will be on the main track today. Only 4 on the turf course. The 6 races on the main track include 2 stakes races. The $100,000 Love Sign, which will be the 8th race on the card at 6 furlongs for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. and a field of 9 there. Bourbon Breeze is the lukewarm 5-2 favorite in that one. And then the 9th race is the Rycourt, 7 furlongs, 3-year-olds and up, a field of 8 there. And the 7-5 favorite is Patriot Spirit. Again, 10 races today at Colonial Downs. First post time is at 9:30, and only 4 are on the turf today at Colonial. All right, Saratoga is next. We'll wait and see how the weather is there at Saratoga. Jonathan Nardoon reported to me a little bit earlier today that it was really beautiful there today. So we're going to go with mostly sunny, 74 degrees. Track is fast. Turf courses are firm. The Mellon Turf Course will host races 5 and 11. The Inner Turf Course will run the 6th, 9th, and 12th on the Inner Turf Course as well. And again, Saratoga has 12 races today. A couple of stakes races. The Lake George, scheduled at 1 mile and 16th on the Inner Turf Course for 3-year-old fillies, has a full field of 11 before any scratches. Even money favorite is K-Cup. Iret Ortiz Jr. aboard. K-Cup is the even money favorite. That might be for main track only, though, so we'll wait and see. The 10th race is the Grade 2 Jim Dandy, the prep for the Travers, mile and 1/8 for 3-year-olds, $500,000 on the purse. 5 go to the post in that one, and number 5 gets all the attention. Number 5 is Sovereignty, who is posted on the morning line at 2-5 with Junior Alvarado aboard. Might be just an afternoon showcase for Sovereignty and the Jim Dandy. 12 races today at Saratoga. First post time is at 9:35. Monmouth Park from the shores of New Jersey. We'll wait and see if they go today. Remember, they canceled with heat yesterday. 9 races today, however. The Monmouth Oaks, the Grade 3 Monmouth Oaks, is their 6th and featured race at 1 mile and 16 for 3-year-old fillies. A field of 7 in that race. Pink Ruby is in that race. Running away, though, is the 2-1 favorite. Running away, 2-1 favorite, with Victor Espinoza scheduled to ride at Monmouth Park today. On the favorite, running away in the Monmouth Oaks 6th race on the card. 9 races at Monmouth today, and a first post time at Monmouth Park set at 9:50. 9:50 at Monmouth Park today, okay? Next comes Gulfstream Park. Gulfstream Park features the Miss Gracie Stakes. That's the 9th on the card. 10 races overall at Gulfstream. Pick 6 jackpot carryover there. $50,569. That's the Rainbow Jackpot carryover at Gulfstream. $50,569. 10 races today at Gulfstream. First post time is at 9:50. 9:50 at Gulfstream today. Ellis Park has 9 races from the P-Patch. Ellis Park has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover. $44,076. First post time at Ellis Park for their 9 races today is set at 9:50. 9:50 at Ellis Park today. Woodbine, north of the border, has 10 races. A couple of stakes races there. The Trillium will go as the 5th race on the card at 1 mile and 16th for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. A field of 6 there. Big 4-5 favorite on the morning line is Caitlin for Greatness with Rafael Hernandez. 8th race is the Colleen Stakes at 1 mile on the turf for 3-year-old fillies. 9 go before any scratches in that race, and the 5-2 favorite there is Pretty Lavish. Pretty Lavish, the favorite in the Colleen. 10 races today at Woodbine. First post time is at 10:05. They got a couple of carryovers. Their Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $7,586. Their Super High 5 jackpot carryover, $12,123. Again, first post time Woodbine, 10:05. Emerald Downs has 8 races today. Their first post time is 150. 150 at Emerald Downs today. Their Pick 6 jackpot carryover is $14,063. 150 first post there. Then we get to good old Del Mar, where the turf meets the surf. 2 o'clock's the first post time today for an 11-race card. 11 races today at Del Mar. 3 stakes races. They're going to come in order. The 8th race is the San Diego, the Grade 2 San Diego at 1 mile and 16th for 3-year-olds and up. A field of 7 in this race. The big 3-5 favorite there is Nisos with Flavian Pratt, who will be at Del Mar today. Flavian Pratt rides Nisos for Bob Baffert in the San Diego. The $100,000 Daisy Cutter at 5 furlongs on the turf is the 9th for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. 10 go to the post before scratches there. Pushing This is the 5-2 favorite with Juan Hernandez aboard there. And then the $400,000 Grade 1 Bing Crosby Stakes at 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. A Breeders' Cup win in your in race. 9 go to the post in this one, and the favorite in this race at 3-1, believe it or not, is World Record with Flavien Prat aboard. First post time for 11 races today at Del Mar, set at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Evangeline Downs is next. They've got 10 races. Their first post time is 2:55. Canterbury Park has 8 races. Canterbury will kick in with their 8-race card at 3:10. Prairie Meadows has 10 races, 3-quarter horse races, 7 thoroughbred races, and the one stakes race today is the $70,000 Stallion Futurity, 5.5 furlongs for 2-year-olds. It's the 10th and final race there at Prairie Meadows. And Prairie Meadows has a nice big Pick 5 jackpot carryover. The Pick 5 jackpot carryover at Prairie Meadows today. $178,584. They also have a Super High 5 jackpot carryover of $52,209. First post time at Prairie Meadows, first 3 races are quarter horses, set at 4 p.m. Charlestown is also going at 4 p.m. They got a stakes race today. The Sylvia Bishop is their 7th race on the card. Charlestown, 8 races today and a first post time of 4 p.m. as well. Their Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $24,143. And Los Alamitos wraps it up from SoCal. First post time at Los Al, 7:20. All 9 races are quarter horse races, 2 stakes races. The Derby at 400 yards for 3-year-olds will be the 4th race on the card. And the Futurity for 2-year-olds with a purse of $255,000 will be the 9th race on the card. And French Valley is the 9-5 favorite in that one. Big night tonight at Los Alamitos. First post time is 7:20 for their 9 quarter horse race card. And that is it, your menu for today, Saturday. Let's go out to Jonathan Hardoon, who is patiently waiting. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. One little change. There is 2 carryovers at Delaware, like you said. They have an early Pick 5 in the first race where there's a carryover, and then the next Pick 5, which is the middle Pick 5, starts in the 3rd race. There's a carryover in that as well.
So we're going to assume that one is $48,647. The other one,
right,
separate from that, is also $30,299.
That's the first race, correct.
Okay. Thank you for the correction. In any case, taking a look at some of the stakes races today, I know we went like a thumbnail overview during the week on these horses, but just to get a full take and a final take on the race, the stakes races at Saratoga today. Of course, the Lake George is the most interesting one out of the 2 stakes races at Saratoga because it looks like it's a wide open race.
Well, you have 4 late scratches in there, Ralph. The 2, 6, 10, and 11 have all been scratched. 2, 6, 10, and 11.
All right.
Classic.
Two
I'm sorry.
2 is Pretty Lavish. The 6 is Princess
6,
Attitude. The 10 is Play with Fire,
10,
and the 11 is K-Cup.
All scratch.
Okay.
Well, the 5 Classic Q looks clearly the best. He's going to be 2-1 and probably be the favorite. Chad Brown has a second choice in that race with Lavender Disaster, but I think Classic Q is a lot better.
Is Classic Q trained by Brown too?
Mark Cassie.
Oh, Mark Cassie has Classic Q. Oh, that's right. I remember this horse. Classic Q, Jose Ortiz aboard is the 2-1 favorite there. And I guess with those scratches, it really looks like this horse has them kind of like over a barrel. This 3-year-old filly, Classic Q in the Lake George, and of course she is number 5 in the 9th race. All right, the Jim Dandy. What are we going to say about the Jim Dandy? Can we make any money at all?
Well, if Sovereignty's not squeezed to the max, which I don't know if he has to be squeezed to the max, supposedly Baez is working out of his mind. He's breaking from the rail. But I think it's 5-1 cold, and I don't think you're making any money on the race.
Okay, but that is a part of the late pick 4. It's part of the pick 6. It's part of the late pick 5. So I guess we can use Sovereignty as a singleton then.
Yeah, if it makes you happy, go ahead, go for it.
Hitting the pick 5 makes me happy. That's for sure. If that helps, that's fine. All right, we go to Del Mar. There's 3 races at Del Mar. The most interesting one, I think, is that quick 5-furlong turf race, the Daisy Cutter, where you got 10 going in that. Too early for scratches there. And Pushing This is the 5-2 favorite. But this horse breaks on the outside at 5 furlongs on the turf with Juan Hernandez. Pushing This has got to be pushed immediately from the outside, or she's going to find the hot dog stand when she hits the first turn.
Yeah, and there's a ton of early speed inside of this horse, and she never passes anybody. So I think, listen, while she could certainly win, I don't think you want to take a 5-2 shot, especially from the 10 post, especially in a race loaded with speed where there is speed inside of her. I liked a bit of a price there. It's a shot, number 9, Granny Budgie. I think the race sets up well for her. She's one of the few closers in the race. It's D'Amato, it's Giovanni Franco, and the best news is you're getting 8-1. At least you're getting 8-1 maybe when they get to the top of the stretch, but they pulled their CAW nonsense again last night, Ralph, in the second race. The winner was 6-1 down the backstretch, and he paid $8. So,
well, I was going to get into that as soon as we're done with this, and we will get into that. But so you like Granny Bungie? Hopefully, will stay at 8-1, and she is a closer. So even though she breaks in the 9 post, she'll probably drop back as they they start rushing for the far turn, and maybe, who knows, maybe Franco can get a ground-saving trip, drop her to the rail, and see what happens there. That's the Daisy Cutter. Just before that is the Grade 2 San Diego, and in the San Diego, you got Nisos as the big favorite there. And again, almost looking like Sovereignty. I mean, this horse looks like he's much the best.
well, the only thing is she's going 1.16 for the first time, but I don't think that makes any difference. I like the number 5 horse, Hall of Fame, to complete that exacta. Switches barns. He's now in the Mike McCarthy barn, and I think that's the number you want to play here. 2-5.
All right, the 2-5, the 5, of course, Hall of Fame, Kazuchi Kimura aboard there. Nisos is the 2 horse. And then we get to the Bing Crosby, which is the 10th race on the card. This is a Breeders' Cup win in your win as well. And world record was posted the 3-1 favorite Flavien Prat, but a lot of people like Dr. Beckman in this race, who, by the way, won the San Diego last year, but opts to go in the Bing Crosby this year.
Well, I think he's avoiding Niso, so that's probably why he's going here. Dr. Beckman had big trouble last time out in that race at Churchill, but I like a different horse in here, Ralph. I like the number 6 horse, Roll On Big Joe. Bob Hess had a couple of winners yesterday.
Yeah.
When his barn heats up, they get hot. Julien Leperoux comes in to ride. He rode this horse in both of his last 2 wins, both of them at Churchill. You're getting 6-1. I like this horse in this spot. Roll On Big Joe.
Roll on, Big Joe. The 6 horse in the Bing Crosby, your play, the 6 at 6-1. Let's hope that odd stays as well. Now, here's the deal. You talked already about that the second race where the CAWs got involved, and this horse was bet down and paid $880. When they were loading in the starting gate, it was much a higher price. Then we come back.
6-1.
It was 6-1, yeah, and paid $880. All right, now in the 4th race, Booksmart won that 4th race, and I'm trying to think the 5th race. Oh, the 5th race. Fifth. Go ahead.
No, that horse was. He didn't think that horse was not involved with CAW.
I know it wasn't CAW.
Okay.
I misspoke. The 5th race is the other one that the CAW really hit hard. Gypsy Tears wins the race, pays $7 even, but that was not the price that horse was when he entered the starting gate.
No, it wasn't. Another one that got hammered late, and they just continue to do it, and they're supposed to make some statement about it, but they're not making any statements about it, and people are just going to really get pissed off, Ralph. They're like rubbing your face in it at this point.
Now, the thing about it is these particular ones are becoming very obvious and dramatic at Del Mar, it seems.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it really just is sticking out at them. Maybe because people are paying attention to that track. And remember, NYRA CAW is not allowed in the win pools. So whatever they do, they're doing in the exactas, the doubles, the pick threes, whatever. So you don't see it. When you see it, when a horse is 6-1 and pays 3-1, you see it.
Yeah.
But when exactas are getting hit, you don't see it. It's hidden. So that's why it's really sticks out bad at Del Mar.
All right. Well, you keep an eye on that for us because you got your soapbox on Wednesdays, but we'll see what happens today. That's for sure. But some good competitive races at both Saratoga and Del Mar, and we're hoping that Saratoga, the weather will stay great for the entire day.
Yeah, Tomorrow's going to be a washout. Today it should stay beautiful all day. No rain.
You got it, my man. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. Enjoy the day.
Can I give you a couple of horses, Ralph?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We went over all these races, but you didn't give me the officials. You're right. Give me the officials, otherwise I'll get tarred and feathered by our listeners.
All right, let's go to Saratoga. Look at race number 8, 6 furlongs on the main track. And I really like the number 5 horse in here, Leo's Reward.
Ooh.
This is a 4-year-old colt for the David Donk barn. Rider switch today to Louis Saez. He's listed at 12-1 on the morning line.
Ooh.
This horse is sitting on a big effort today. I like number 5, Leo's Reward, to upset and win today's 8th race out at Saratoga.
Wow, that will be a big reward for us. So that's for sure. Leo's Reward, the 5 in the 8th race, and I almost missed it with you. All right, give us Del Mar because people are trying to get a hold of you. Go.
Okay, let's go to race 2 at Del Mar. I like the number 11 horse in here, and that is Jaguar John. Another 12-1 shot.
Wow.
Stephen Miotti sends out this horse. Ruben Silvera aboard to ride. Number 11, Jaguar John. A pair of 12-1 shots on today's radio.
Boy, okay, pal. You're gonna point to the stands and hit it out of the park today in the second race. The 11 Jaguar John at Del Mar. Full sheets for both Del Mar and Saratoga right now, right?
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right, go answer the phone. Bye. We'll be right back with Rich Eng, so don't go away.
Here we are in Houston, opening up our first veteran village. This beautiful building that's going to house 161 homeless veterans. Any veteran that risked their lives and are struggling with PTSD, mental illness, addiction. We're also building what I call comfort homes, 500 square foot homes. These are for older homeless veterans, so they have their own space and give them back some of their dignity, some of their independence, and most certainly give them back their life. Go to T2T.org to learn how you can change a veteran's life forever.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book, South Point Studio.
We don't make stuff up here.
I would only play the Pirates team total going under.
What the hell happened to Minnesota's pitching? This total is really crashed without plumbing the lineup.
I think this number's too high, but they're laying me the 6.
Oh, I know.
Caitlin Clark drives handle on the WNBA.
Never mind all these Mickey Mouse other stations. We are giving you hands-on information.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Well, Richie, it's going to be an interesting day of racing both at Saratoga and Del Mar today. I know you have a full Del Mar sheet for all 11 races today at the racedaylasvegas.com website. And, of course, taking a look at the 2 major stakes races at Del Mar. The San Diego, I guess, goes through Nisos. And the Bing Crosby, well, we got a few horses that may vie for favoritism there.
Yeah, this is a great time of the summer, Ralph. There are so many stakes races from coast to coast, and management is really important on these trainers and owners for where they put their horses. Dr. Venkman, who is actually going to be my pick for the show, I don't think he wants any part in ISOs, so it made a decision easier to run into the sprint race versus going against a 3-5 Baffert.
Yeah, no question about that. Although Dr. Beckman, he could say he already won the San Diego because he won it last year. But he's going to face some competition, I think, with a world record. Jonathan Ardoon likes Roll on Big Joe. And Bob Baffert's always a threat in a stakes race like this. He's got Hajazi in the race as well.
Well, it's a strong field. It's Dr. Venkman's not going to be 8-5 or anything like that, but I really think he loves Del Mar. Mark Ladd has been having a great start to the meet. He's been firing bullets, and so I really think it's a better spot for the W than trying to beat Nisos, I think.
I could tell you, well, Mark Lett won the early double yesterday with Kazuchi Kimura winning the first and second races there. So you like, and it'll be your official radio pick in the at Del Mar, their 10th race, number 2, Dr. Venkman, 4-1 on the morning line. And with all this CAW rumors going around and all these odds changes on these horses, let's hope we can get and hold that 4-1 on number 2, Dr. Venkman, with Antonio Fresu in the Bing Crosby. That's the 10th race on the card. And again, you have a full sheet for Del Mar right now at the racedaylasvegas.com websites. And I will tease everybody out there that you do have a simulcast play today. You want to tell them the track?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'd like to volunteer it as a second pick for the show. There are so many great races out there, and in all candor, my Del Mar picks have not been running very well on the radio show, Ralph. So it might be better off if I give a second pick at a simulcast track that have been running well. But I'm going to give it out. It's my simulcast play of the day on the sheet. Let's go to Woodbine. Race number 8, it is the Ontario Colleen, a really strong mile turf race. And I like the number 5, Candy Quest, who's 8-1 in the morning line for Mark Cassie. Leading rider Sehan Savici is riding. And this horse should hold price. There are 4 horses with morning line odds inside of this 8-1. But this horse ran in the Penn Oaks, ran a good second. I think this is a great spot, 8-1. Let's go with the 5, Candy Quest in race 8.
8th race, the Ontario Colleen, number 5, Candy Quest. I want to thank Richie. I'm glad that we can extract one more winner out of you with that comment. But in the 8th race, the 5, Candy Quest. And Richie, I'm going to give a couple of clocker picks out on the clocker at Woodbine as well, since you went to your horse in that race at Woodbine. The clocker has selections in both the 6th and 7th races today at Woodbine. In the 6th race, he likes the 9, Milani. Milani is 8-1 on the morning line. He said the horse is bred for the turf. This is for 2-year-old fillies going, maidens going 6 furlongs on the turf. He said she has shown talent in the morning, but she does face a good field. But at that price, Clocker likes the 9 horse in the 6th race. And then in the 7th race, he likes number 2, Seeking Title Ready. Seeking Title Ready is 8-1 on the morning line. Trained by Roger Atfield. He says this horse has nice gait works to it. And he said for exotics, he'll use it with the 3 Ludicrous. So he likes the 2 as the winner of the 7th race, and he likes the exacta. You might want to box the 2-3-3-2 there. So we got some selections out of Woodbine today between your simulcast and the clocker as well. Let's hope we can make some money north of the border. And
I'm going to roll some doubles with Ernie Perry. Those are good picks. Race 6, 7, 8, rolling doubles, and maybe a pick 3.
Pick 3. You got it, my man. We'll try to send it out of the park today at Woodbine. In any case, thanks a lot, Richie, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Good luck, everybody.
All right, you got it, my man. We continue with our handicappers, John Lendo and Jerry Jack. We'll wrap it up before we send you out the door to play the races today on this Saturday. So don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
Alrighty, back on Race Day Las Vegas. By the way, Victor Espinoza was named on 2 horses at Saratoga. They have jockey changes for those races. He is going to Monmouth Park to ride in the Monmouth Oaks there. All right, now we go to Mr. John Lendo. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
Doing fine, my man. Have you noticed the same thing that Jonathan has with that crazy odds going on there at Del Mar?
Oh yeah, it's been pretty blatant. It's major odd swings right there, and as the horses are leaving the gate, and it's very frustrating for win bettors. Like you say, you bet on a horse at 6-1 yesterday, and you get half that price. You've lost 50% of your value, and believe me, I'm betting based on value, what I perceive as value. So if I don't know what the price is, it makes it very tough to play, and that's about that's about all I can say. I mean, I thought this problem was supposed to be addressed during Del Mar, but obviously, to me, it's gotten a little bit worse to start this meet. Let's see what happens as we move along here, but we're monitoring, and believe me, the people there know that we're not happy about it.
So in other words, then, the players have been speaking up to the management at Del Mar about this.
Absolutely. I've gotten a couple emails about that, and we're going to work on Thoroughbred LA about trying to get Josh Rubenstein, the president of Del Mar, on to talk about it.
Good luck. He should come on though and face the music. If there's nothing nothing that's shady about it, there should be no problem. But right now, you have to perceive that kind of switch and that kind of thing that's going on is an advantage that some players have, some computer guys have, that the regular betting public doesn't, and that in and of itself is unfair.
Well, they're losing the confidence of the regular horse players, that they can make a wager. And believe me, I want to play, but if I don't trust what the odds are going to be, and I look at the Will Pace and the pick 3s and the rolling bets, and this horse is going to be lower than what he is on the board, but you can't lose 50% of your value, Ralph. It just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. And I got to tell you, the integrity and the honesty certainly is at play here. There's no question about that. Not saying there's anything that they're doing that doesn't have integrity, but they got to get something done. They got to shore up this little hole that these guys are in. All right. Anyhow, we as players will take a look at the races today. Saratoga, you have a Linda report covering the last 5 races at Saratoga. You got a late pick 5 Saratoga sheet here available at the South Point, as well as the full sheet at Del Mar. The Linda report, of course, covers all the races. A suggested late pick 4 at Del Mar, of course, the pick 5. The late pick 5 at Saratoga, and all the goodie informations. 2 comprehensive Linda reports available right now, only here in Las Vegas at the South Point, right here in our racebook, and it's free of charge because they love horse players here. John, taking a look at Saratoga, where are we going with the play?
Let's go to race 11 at Saratoga, Ralph. In the 11th race today, number 6, Nona Lynn, was off for exactly 1 year. Came back on June 15th, added Lasix, and ran a really good race, got beat a neck. Going 2 turns on the turf at Saratoga. Back under the same conditions today. If she moves forward at all, she's going to be tough to beat. She's 6-1 on the program. I would expect maybe half that. I don't think that price is right. But if you get 6-1, you take it. Number 6, Nona Lynn, race 11 at Saratoga.
And, of course, that's part of the late pick 5, the 11th race on the card. Number 6, Nona Lynn. Nona Lynn, the 6 horse, and the 11th race is John's play. I guess I wouldn't even ask you about the Jim Dandy. I figure that you think that Sovereignty is not beatable.
Well, I think he's going to win, Ralph. But remember this: the Jim Dandy today is not the goal for Sovereignty. It's the Travers. So you remember before the Derby, he got beat in the Florida Derby, which was prepping for the big race. So same situation today. He doesn't have to be 100% to win. I don't think he'll be exactly razor sharp today, but I think he's good enough to win anyways.
Okay, good enough. Del Mar, we got a pick from you from Del Mar.
Race 5 at Del Mar, kind of the same situation for number 8, Young Love. Came off a long layoff, looked good winning on the turf at Santa Anita last time. This affiliate was always well regarded, had all kinds of trouble in the only start last summer at Del Mar. I think she comes right back. She was scratched out of the Fleet Treat Stakes yesterday for this Calbred allowance. I think that puts her in the winner's circle. 3-1 on the program. Number 8, Young Love, race 5, Del Mar.
All right, it's the anchor race in the early pick 4 and early pick 5 at Del Mar in the 5th race. Number 8, Young Love, the 8 Young Love in the 5th race. And I guess I'll have to ask you about the San Diego. Is Nisos beatable?
No, he's gonna. As long as he makes the course, he'll win.
Okay, and the Bing Crosby, of course, a little bit more challenging, I think.
That's a wide open race. There's no one speed horse that I think they'll kick clear, so I think they're going to be contested up there. Dr. Venkman didn't like being inside at Churchill Downs last time. Unfortunately, he's going to be down inside again. But I think the pace sets up for Dr. Venkman today in the Bing Crosby.
All right. Now, a full Linda report for all 11 races today at Del Mar and that late pick 5 at Saratoga and all the goodie information and suggested late pick 4s and pick 5s. All of that available in the 2 comprehensive sheets of the Linda Report here at the South Point, only here at the South Point in Las Vegas, free of charge. I love horse players here, and John Lendo as well. And John, we know you're traveling, and we know that your travel plans will prevent you from being on live tomorrow morning, but I think you'll be sending us a pick or two.
Yeah, I'll send you a Del Mar play tomorrow for the Sunday show, Ralph.
All right, you got it. Thanks a lot, John. Travel safe, my man.
All right, good luck today.
All right, you got it. Let's go out to Jerry Jackowitz standing by in his office this morning. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. Sorry to disagree with you, but they're all beatable.
Yes, I know that.
I don't think Sovereignty's Sovereignty's the right horse, and if you want to bet him or not bet him, that's up to you. But
well, now you open that.
I've seen Secretariat go down.
I understand that you're right, but but now that you open that can of worms, since you think that Sovereignty might be beatable, who do you think is going to beat him, if in case that happens?
Well, Baeza would be the obvious horse, but. There's always someone who can do something that's never been seen before, shocking type of thing it's always a possibility, but I don't see it as a bettable race. So, but to say that something can't get beat is just, we've seen American Fair.
Jerry, you're taking it out of context. You know, and I know, everybody knows that horses can be beat. I said they look like they're unbeatable.
Right. Well, Sovereignty looks really good.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
All right. What about Nisos at Del Mar?
He looks good at 2-5, but he looks pretty good.
Yeah. What about Nisos at Del Mar? You think he has a shot at that?
Another one that, he's really more beatable, in my opinion, than Sovereignty, but I wouldn't bet against him. I like money.
All right. So they're both beatable, but you're not going to bet against them because you're looking for value. Right. And so you're going to give us some value plays right now.
Right, that's what we're going to do. Yeah. We're going to go. Let's go to the first at Saratoga. I'll do a click here. Friar Lauren. This is just a terrific play, and I get to bet one of my favorite jockeys. I just love betting Saez, particularly in sprint races. Louis up and for Linda Rice. This is second off a claim, moving back a distance. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. Bad trip last time out. Take the 5 in the first over the 2-3-7. Do some reverses. The 5, Friar Lawrence. Louis Saez.
All right, yeah, Louis Saez and Linda Rice, a very productive 2 individual people, and they get together in the first race. First post time is 9:35 a.m. here, and you like the 5 over 2-3-7 and reverse. That's the opener at Saratoga. What about Del Mar?
Okay, I'm going to go to the second race at Del Mar. Wild Recruit for Brian Coroner, coming off a long layoff. I think faster than these, and probably a very delicate horse that he probably can only get to run once here and there. So I think it's going to be tough today, but watch your price. I'll take the 9 over the 5, 7, 8, and 12.
All right. And You and Jonathan Ardoon gave me a Siraco play in this. First, your play, the 9 over 5, 7, 8, and 12, and reverse. The 9 is your play. Jonathan came earlier with the 11 at 12-1 in that race. So you know I'm going to put him in there. But the Siraco play is going to be a box of 9, 11, 11. Right. The Siraco play will be 9, 11, 11, 9. And then your play is going to be 9 over the 5, 7, 8, now the 11 with the 12, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good. All right, well, a lot of good stuff happened on the show today. Hopefully our handicappers are on the mark. And don't forget Jerry J's Power Pages for all of Del Mar and all of Saratoga, available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. And God willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., right where you're watching and listening now. In the meantime, Jerry always sends us out with this last word.
Have a great race day, everybody.